Hey witches, man, I got a lot to talk about in this video, y'all. With these spirit dolls, specifically of this one right here. Y'all remember this one? I know y'all remember this one from my last video, or from my other video where I had this one in it, and I was telling y'all about how it's I was gonna possess it of a dark fairy for someone to use. Y'all remember that? And I said I wasn't done working on it. I was going to modify it some more. I was going to give it more things in its hair and basically just continue to work on it. Y'all, I have to tell y'all a story about this doll and what it's been doing to me. Okay, I never possessed it yet, okay? I'm not even done working on its body to even put a spirit in it yet. So I have not even done the ritual to give it a spirit. But I'm going to tell y'all, there's a spirit in it, or there was. I just now got done cleansing and exorcising the spirit out. Which I'm gonna tell y'all that again, and how I did it and all that. But first I want to tell y'all the experience of what happened just now, and over the past few days, what's been going on. So y'all hold on a second. Man, y'all. Now, I practice the dark arts. I do, I'm not gonna lie. So I don't get scared easily. Y'all know I like scary movies. I'm into all that. I'm into the gothic, macabre, scary shit. But what's been happening with this doll, I'm not gonna lie, it has actually scared me a little bit. It's all taken care of now, but it actually did scare me. For a minute there. Alright, so what's happening? Or what's been happening? Alright guys, I had this doll kind of on standby working on it, because with Halloween coming up and all that, I've been doing a lot of stuff magic wise and craft wise, like crafting things wise, and I just kind of put that to the side to finish, after Halloween. So basically all I had done, I just got her hair done with the braids, as y'all seen in the last video. And I did her face. That's it. And then I had her sitting there on top of my TV. Okay. So what started happening was that my TV began turning off. Alright guys. It would just be on. And automatically by itself, it just would turn off. And weirdly, like I couldn't even turn it back on with the clicker remote thing or on the TV button, like the power button on the TV. It wouldn't turn back on like that. I was having to literally unplug the TV from the wall, plug it back in, and then turn the power on. So this doll was doing that, y'all. I had it sitting on top of my TV. That's where I had it standing there, actually. I had it standing there on top of my TV. And it was turning it off. Alright, what else did it do? It started making things disappear from my room. My chapstick. Y'all, I set my chapstick in the same place. I have OCD. Y'all, if y'all didn't know that. And I'm not like diagnosed with OCD, but I'm just saying that I have OCD because I'm just very extremely organized and obsessively organized with shit. I set my chapstick in the same place every day, okay? Now, y'all know I have Vesta. Y'all know I have a cat, alright? In case that's what you're thinking, that maybe Vesta got a hold of it and did something. She doesn't do that. Alright, y'all. The only thing that she plays with, because I provide her with all kinds of toys, y'all, so she has things that she knows are hers. But she does steal my pins. That's what she loves. She loves the pins for some reason. She'll take them from me. If I leave them sitting out, she'll take them, chew them up. So she does take those, but not the chapstick. She can't stand the way it smells, the chapstick, because I use I'll show y'all. I use that Burts Bees chapstick. Y'all see I have huge, luscious lips. So I have to use chapstick like year round, y'all. And I use the Burt's Bees one because it's made with natural beeswax. And I've tried other chapsticks and all that, but they make my lips peel incessantly, y'all. The other chapsticks that are like medicated or whatever, or just regular. I don't know what the fuck those are made out of, but it's not beeswax. It's something unnatural. It makes my lips peel constantly. So I switched over to this when my sister told me about it. This is the honey lip balm one. It has vitamin E in it. But I also sometimes use the peppermint one. And that's the one that went missing. I was using peppermint most recently. And Vesta cannot stand the way that smells. So that's how I know that it was not her. That I know that she didn't climb up onto my bedstand and get the peppermint smelling chapstick and hide it somewhere. I know it wasn't her. And then besides that too, y'all, I looked all over this room for it. It's not in here. It's just like straight up gone, y'all. So, and that's just one thing that this doll has hidden. Or the spirit in the doll, it hid my chapstick. I don't even know if I want to say hid, because like I said, I looked everywhere in this room. It's like it just disappeared. It took it somewhere. Y'all, straight up, it took it. There was something else that went missing. Just in between since I showed y'all this doll. The day that I showed y'all the doll on the last video was right in the same day that I did the eyes and the hair. And since then I have not touched it again. I just had it sitting on top of the TV. But since then, it has been turning my TV off. It's like it does it on purpose whenever I'm watching TV. It just turns it off right in the middle of my shows and stuff. Like it's trying to get to me. Took my chapstick. Took something else. I just can't remember what it was now. It took something first before the chapstick, but the chapstick's the most recent one, which it just did that yesterday, y'all. I woke up yesterday morning and it was just gone. Crazy. And this is the worst thing it's done so far. I'm blaming this on the doll, y'all. Y'all can go ahead and say it might not be the doll or whatever, but to me, the feeling that I get and my intuition and just this feeling in my gut is telling me the doll did this, y'all. Last night, my mom's cat went missing. It just vanished. Same as the chapstick. It's just gone. That cat was an inside cat its whole life, and my mom has had that cat for years, y'all. It's been living with us, with my mom for years, and she never lets it out. The only time that she will let that cat outside is when she goes outside, and she's doing her garden and all that, and she lets the cat outside on the porch. She lets the cat out with her. And that cat doesn't stray anywhere. It doesn't go off or anything. It'll just stay there in the same vicinity as my mom. And when she comes back inside, the cat will come in with her. It's the only times that cat goes outside. That's all it knows of outside. So last night, my mom thinks the cat went out because my sister was coming in and out the door a lot last night. And my mom thinks that the cat ran out the door or whatever, but I just don't see that cat doing that. I don't see it running out, because it's a very timid cat. Like, it's very clingy to my mom. Like, it follows her around room to room in this house. It will not just be on its own. It is constantly at her heels. So I don't see or believe that the cat would just run outside and just go and just be on its own somewhere. I just don't see that happening. I feel like it was the doll or the spirit. It either made the cat disappear completely. Y'all gonna call me crazy, but I believe in this shit. It either made that cat disappear completely, or it did something sinister to that cat. That's what I think. I told my mom too. Now, y'all, I pray that I'm wrong. I pray that that cat just went outside and maybe got scared from the spirit and it's not coming back for that reason. So y'all send good energy, send prayers. I don't know if y'all can see my altar from here, where I have, I set up a spell back there, praying for my mom's cat to return safely. So, I hope it does come back, y'all. And I'm acting spiritually for its safe return, but in my gut, y'all, I just have that feeling that it's just gone. I don't think it's going to come back. So, that's when I really got alerted. When I connected that, when I just had that feeling that it was a spirit doll or the spirit in that doll that did it. Oh, man, y'all. And some crazy shit going on with this. Y'all remember I had said I was going to possess it with a bad fairy. That whoever would own it would be able to have that fairy as a familiar. Send it out to do, you know, some dark magic on people. Around situations. But I never possessed it. Not yet. So I don't know if just my powers are growing so much that when I just think things, when I just have intentions, it starts to manifest without having to do a ritual. And the bad fairy just went directly into that doll as soon as I thought about it and was thinking about it. I think that's possible. Now, excuse me for a second. However, I think I know what it was. Y'all remember I showed y'all the head of that other doll that I cut up because I felt like there was a bad spirit in it? When I found these dolls, I found 3 dolls, including that one, another little one that was very old, and then a big one, which I showed you the big one. I showed you this one, and I showed you the head of the one that I cut up in my other video. I think the name of that video is More Spirit Dolls, in case you had not seen that yet. And I cut that doll up specifically because I felt like there was a negative entity in it or a negative spirit in it. So I cut it up. I cleansed the hands. That's another thing I was going to show y'all. I cleansed the hands of that doll. I put them in my Papa Legba, if y'all can see that. And I painted them black. So they're detached of anything that had to do with that spirit, because I cleansed them, y'all. With the sage and all that, and salt and everything. Which I was about to say, also. Excuse me, y'all. My Papa Leg was complete now, finally. So, now that he has his hands and they're finished and all that, I will be possessing him with Papa Legba, with his spirit, for my voodoo altar. So, but anyways, I cut up that doll, and I was going to use its parts for different things, like the hands for that. I was going to maybe use the head for a different spirit doll and all that. But I got this suspicion now, y'all. I think when I cut up that doll, I angered the spirit that was in it. And I think that was an evil spirit. And I think that that spirit, once I destroyed its body, I think it jumped into this other doll. They all 3 came together. They must have all been placed by that dumpster. Remember I told y'all I found them beside the dumpster? They were all clean and everything, but they were just laying there beside the dumpster like someone had discarded them but didn't want to actually throw them away. So they were all together, which I assume that would mean that they're all from the same household or the same place. So I don't know. I think whenever I cut up that other doll with the spirit in it, I think it got mad at me, jumped into this doll's body, and then started harassing me because I had cut up its body. I think it was turning off my TV. It took my chapstick. Whatever else it took, I can't remember what it was. If I remember, y'all, I'll say it in the next video. It was stealing shit from me, making it disappear. And I think it finally, with the last straw, was it harassed and did something to my mom's cat. So what I went ahead and did was I did an exorcism on the doll, on this one, and purified it and cleansed it and all that. So, and then I banished the spirit from my area, from my home, and reset up my circles and my barriers and all that. So whatever it is, it's gone now, but I think that's what had happened. So this is, basically I'm sharing this with you all as a warning. If you find some objects, cleanse it before you bring it into your home, before you use it, especially if it's a doll or something like that. Cleanse it before you ever bring it into your home, because you never know what's clinging to it. I was very foolish, y'all, to bring that other doll into my home that I already felt that there was a dark spirit in it. I don't know why, I just brought it into my home anyways. I'm usually very good about that, where I will just cleanse things before I do that. But for some reason, I just didn't. I don't know why. So this is just a warning to y'all. If you find some objects, especially when it comes to ritual objects, or things that you will use for magic, or that you think might have been used for magic, cleanse it before you bring it into your home, because you don't know what kind of spirit is clinging to it. Some crazy shit, y'all. I hope my mom's cat comes back. It's crazy, but I just have this feeling it's not. I feel like it's gone. Some fucked up shit. But anyways, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish the doll. Now that it's been exercised and cleansed, I'm going to finish it. Still not like immediately, but after Halloween passes and all that, with some rituals I have coming up with my coven, or with some of the members of my coven, I will continue to make this doll afterwards and possess it. I'm not going to possess it with a dark fairy now. I'm not going to mess with dark fairies. I had never messed with fairies at all before, y'all, for anything good or bad. Just because I never had. But when I do complete that doll, I decided I'm not going to mess with dark fairies or possessing them in dolls and stuff. Excuse me, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a good spirit and let it be used for, as a familiar for someone, for with a good spirit for good reasons. I do also want to show y'all this. I'm gonna go ahead and do that in this video, include this. I got my fucking bone, y'all. I'm so excited. I don't know if y'all could see the whole thing in the camera lens, unless I hold it back or whatever, but this is a human femur bone, okay? See right here where it interlocks with the hip? I think this is the right leg. Y'all see that? It's antique. So it's old. You can tell by the way that the bone looks. It almost looks like it's fossilized in a way. It's old and antique, y'all. I bought this off eBay. Y'all know you can buy human bones and own them. It's not illegal. A lot of people think it's illegal. when I shared this, when I originally even shared that I was going to buy a human bone on Facebook, I got comments from people saying, make sure it's not illegal and all that. You guys, I have been a witch since I was 13 years old, and I have always been fascinated with bones, with the dead, with the death, pretty much everything that your typical person would view as like dark or scary. I've always been drawn to that. So I've always wanted a skull, a human skull. I still want a human skull, and I will be purchasing one eventually. But especially once I started to learn about necromancy and working with dead spirits and all that. Y'all, I always have collected bones. I have I have a ton of them. Mostly animal bones, though. Here's another one. I found this. It's a cat skull, y'all. I found that actually on the side of the road one day, not that long ago. I had not glued the bottom jaw in there yet, so I'm holding it like that. But it's a real cat skull, y'all. And I use these, especially the skulls. If you can get a hold of skulls, if you're into necromancy or you want to work with the spirits of the dead, if you could get a hold of the skulls of animals, you can use those for some powerful rituals, y'all. I'm not even joking. You can use those for some intense rituals to summon up the spirits of those animals, and they can become your familiars. Hold on, y'all. I have this other one here. This is a dog skull. It's either a dog or a coyote, I'm not for sure. But I had painted up with ritual paints. And y'all hear that? This is my shamanic rattle, which I use to go into a trance. If y'all don't know about trance work, it's about getting yourself through movement or through music or sound or even smell, chanting. You get your mind into an altered state of consciousness. A lot of people who do shamanism and shamanic magic will dance or do body movements that get them into an altered state of consciousness. You could raise a lot of power like that, y'all. Even in Wicca, I think they have like where they dance around the circle. And what that's doing is that's tapping into shamanic magic, where they all get into a trance. And it's to do with your body's movement, the way the blood flows and all that. It gets your, it just raises power. So I will use this rattle as I dance and things like that to get into some higher states of consciousness, more primal states of consciousness at the same time as they're higher, because you really lose consciousness of your body. Not in the sense like you become detached from your body, but in the sense of your body and your awareness becomes more than just awareness of your body. So it's like you become part of your area. Your consciousness and awareness becomes part of the moment, the area, the ritual setting. It expands it out like that. And in that way you can get a lot of more powerful spells done and stuff like that. That's not what this video is about, y'all. I didn't mean to make it about that. But I was wanted to show y'all some of the bones. So when it comes to necromancy, y'all, the femur bone, and a lot of old necromantic books that I've read about necromancy and about necromantic magic, they say that the human femur bone is straight up the most powerful wand that you can use for necromancy. Y'all, I have a human rib bone also. If it's in here, in my drawer. It's supposed to be in here. I might have moved it, y'all. I think I moved it out of here. But, yeah, I moved it. I'll show y'all that in another video. No, y'all, hold on a second. Where the hell did I put it? I have an entire chest of bones, y'all, over here. I will show y'all one day. Or if you come out to the coven on Facebook. I hope y'all can hear me. But if you come out to the coven on Facebook, y'all, I'll post pictures of what I have over here. It's an entire little chest of bones. I'm not talking about this box I'm holding right here. This is just a small box of bones that I have inside the bigger chest of bones. I use bones a lot, y'all. They're very powerful. I think I talked about that in one of my other videos. What the hell is that human hair on that? I think that's it. You know what, y'all? I have so many rib bones here. I forgot which one's the human one. It's one of these. If y'all can see that. See, here's this one. Y'all see that? Here's another one. This is... Some of these are animal. I have 3. 2 of them are animal, and one of them is actually a human one. But I already forgot which one is the human one, y'all. That's bad on me. It was originally just the human one was the one that I originally found it in a cemetery. Like an animal had dug up or something. And I found the human one in the cemetery. And then I found the animal ones in the woods. I go out into the woods, y'all, often, and I find all kinds of bones. I just found this one the other day. I think this is a cow bone or something that I found in the woods. Here's some more. I don't know what the hell kind of bone this is. A hip, I think. Or what do they call that? Yeah, like the hip bone of some kind of animal. I was going to make a spirit doll with like as if this was horns and those are eyes. I'm still going to. I just haven't done it yet. But I was going to do it like on this stick or something. Y'all see that? I just like using bones for stuff, y'all. They're very nice and powerful. I'll just set that right there for now. But anyways, I think I had talked about bones in my other video about Samhain and necromancy. I think I talked about bones in that video. I'm not sure if I did or not. But I was telling y'all how, I just love holding this one, y'all. I'm so happy. I just barely got it today. But what was I saying? I think I had already said in my previous video, but I'm going to go ahead and say it again in case I didn't. That the bones are the most permanent part of the physical body. So that whenever an animal dies, or a human dies, just naturally now, I'm not talking about when a human is embalmed with all those bizarre liquids and shit, and put in a box and buried. That is not the ritual for me. I will not be doing that when I die, y'all. I want to be cremated. And then my ashes just thrown into nature. That's how it's supposed to be, y'all. Maybe not to be cremated, but I think it's illegal to be buried just directly in the dirt. They won't even allow you to do that in modern times, or at least in our country, I think. So, whenever I die, I just want to be cremated and either thrown into nature or just have my descendants keep my ashes in an urn or whatever if they so choose. But anyways, the bones are the most permanent part of the body. If an animal just dies in nature and just decays, the bones will remain. And, unless they're broken down or something, they can become fossilized. That's why we have fossils of the dinosaur bones and all that. They can last for a long ass time, especially if they become fossilized. So the point of that I said that, is that these bones will hold the life force or a remainder of the life force of the being that they were once a part of. So that is why, that is why you can use bones for some powerful magic, because you're using, because you're using and tapping into another being's energy. So it's kind of like channeling, or when you do work with another witch or another person, you're using your own power and then plus the power of that person or of that witch. So when it comes to bones, it's kind of the same thing. You're using your own power, but you're also drawing power from the life force of another being, whether it's a human bone or an animal bone. When it comes to skulls specifically, they hold more spiritual power. They're almost like portals directly to the being, because that's where the brain is. That's where consciousness is inside the skull in the brain. So, as far as the physical aspect of it. So, just think about when a being that is conscious is living for so long and so long, and it's coming through the brain, the consciousness in the skull. The skull's absorbing that energy. It's absorbing those years and years of consciousness in it. So skulls are extremely powerful. If you could get your hands on a skull of any kind, any animal, but most especially a human skull, it's some of the most powerful things you could tap into if you wanted to start going down into the necromancy and necromantic currents of magic and all that, and you want to tap into that. So I guess that's kind of just wanted to say that about the femur bone and why I had wanted it for so long. I got this on eBay. There's different websites you can go to if you do want a bone, a human bone. You can go onto this one website, www.bones. Oh shit, y'all! I forgot the name of it. www.theboneroom.com or www.skullsunlimited.com, if I'm saying those right. I'll post the links in the description in case I said those backwards. But they're expensive, y'all. If you want to get bones off those websites, they're expensive. So I have never yet, but I have been looking on eBay, because you can buy human bones on eBay, y'all. And they're usually for better prices. This one was $72. It was on auction, y'all. It started off at just $30. And I got into a heated fucking contest with another person who was bidding for it as well. We were just bidding back and forth for like 30 minutes, y'all. I found it right at the last minute, when it was like 30 minutes left on the auction is when I even found this, and it was by accident. I was searching for something else, and I came across this, and I was like, oh shit, I've got to have that. Y'all, I've been wanting a femur bone for years, since I started to learn about necromancy and all that. And when I first learned that it was the most powerful wand you could own for necromancy, I was like, I've got to have one of those. I just didn't know how I was going to do it or where to get them from. So, hang on. y'all, I get to talking and I just have to have a cigarette when I talk. I don't know why. I feel like I'm just talking to someone in the room with me. But, what was I saying? About the bones. So yeah, I'd always wanted a femur bone. And, like I said, the ones on those websites are expensive. And y'all, I'm not rich, you know. I'm an artist. Predominantly the money that I make is from that. It's from my art. So, I'm not like rich or wealthy, you know. So, I've been waiting to find one of these bones on eBay. Which, I knew that the prices would be better. And sure enough, I found this one, got that heated bidding contest with another person. I think it was some kind of blessing to me that I even won it, because we were going back and forth bidding and bidding and bidding, and the clock was just counting down and counting down for the last 30 minutes. It got down to like 1 minute, where it was like into 30 seconds and shit, and that person bidded above me, and I had to enter in another bid higher. And when it ended, it said that I had lost. It said that I had been outbid. I was like, damn. Because when I saw the picture of this one, which I have come across about 4 or 5 human femur bones before on eBay, and I didn't even attempt to buy those or bid for them because I just didn't. The energy from the pictures, I can read energy from pictures, y'all. I'm highly sensitive. I'm clairvoyant. I'm psychic. When I see a picture of someone or something, I could just read the energy from it instantly. So with those other bones that I had seen for sale, none of them ever called to me, or the energy didn't feel right to me. But when I seen this bone, immediately when I saw it, y'all, I was like, that's my bone. I claimed it out loud. I said that. That's my bone. That's the one. So it might have been some spell on my end that made me win it anyways. Because like I said, whenever the auction ended, it said I had been outbid. It said I lost. So I was like, damn it, you know, and then I just logged off eBay. I checked my email later on that night, and in the email, because I don't know if y'all know this, if y'all shop on eBay or not, but whenever you buy something on eBay, they send you an email to confirm it. I had an email in my inbox on about the bone. It said that I had won it. It was like, congratulations, you won the bone. I was like, what? I didn't win that. But apparently I won it somehow. So I think that was some kind of magic going on there, because it clearly had told me I lost. So I was very excited about that, y'all. But it is perfectly legal to own a human bone and to buy and sell and possess in your possession and own them. It's perfectly legal. It's illegal in 3 states in the United States that I know of. I forgot the names. I forgot which states it is. I can't remember, y'all. On one of those websites I had mentioned a minute ago, if you go on there and the frequently asked questions, it tells you on there what those 3 states are that they're illegal to own in. Oh wait, it didn't even say that they're illegal to own in those states. It said they're illegal to sell in those 3 states. So you can still own them there. You just can't sell them across state lines. So it's like just like stuff like that, but they're just perfectly legal to own them. With this bone, y'all, the seller told me that this bone was found in the estate that they had recently bought. So whoever this person was, whatever home or estate they bought, They just found this bone in there. So, I thought that was very interesting. And it's antique and old, you could tell, from the way it is. Like, y'all saw that bone over here. I showed you the cat skull. And, you could tell it's fresh by the way it looks. It doesn't look, yellowed or browned from age. But yet with the femur bone here, you could tell. And there's some other qualities by the way that it feels that tells me that it's old as well. As just the way it looks, you could tell where it's already been like worn here. It doesn't just come out the body like that, y'all. It comes out the body perfectly round like this on that side. But you could tell here where it's been worn and stuff, which means it's been out of a body for a long time. I will try and discover how old it is. I'm going to send some emails to that lady who sold it to me and ask her to try to find out more information about it, which I got it from a lady who lives in St. Anne, Illinois. So, I just wanted to show you guys that, and share a little bit about bones, and specifically about human bones, because I don't think I did mention human bones in my previous video about Samhain and necromancy. I don't think I mentioned about human bones. So I just wanted to go ahead and share that in this video, and plus just because I'm very excited to own it now. Now I am going to carve and engrave runes in it, and different symbols all along it. Symbols for power, symbols for raising the dead, symbols for necromancy, symbols for spirit, things like that. I will be carving runes and sigils into this, y'all, so I'll show y'all again once I have that done, or once I start on that. Alright, y'all. I think I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. With that, I am going to make a video probably right after this, talking some more about Hecate. I was talking to one of my friends. Oh God, I hope I say your name right. Excuse me. Let me contemplate how to pronounce your name. If you're watching this, forgive me if I say your name wrong. Rach. I want to say Rach. R-A-C-H. Tipping is your last name. I think I'm saying that right, do you? I was talking to you, or to her, on Facebook. We were messaging, talking about Hecate. We discovered we had a lot of similar experiences, or just similarities. But anyways, we were talking about Hecate, and I brought up about the first time that I encountered Hecate. Kind of, I'll get into that on the next video, on the video that I'm talking about. I'm going to tell y'all the story about that in the next video. So I'll be right back, y'all. Hail to the witches.